Hi everybody, this is James. I want to run through a quick tutorial on how to make a template piece that I'm then going to go and use as a scheduled email for, actually we're going to do a Thanksgiving Day card since Thanksgiving is a couple days away at this point. So what I'm going to do is let me get out of the way here, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you real quick. The way that I build these is a little different maybe than some, so I'll close this down. In my working folder over here, this is a local drive. I keep a lot of things on my cloud drive, and I've found at times that if I try to get in my cloud drive and try to drop something into to KVCore, sometimes it's a cloud communication or security, I'm not quite sure which, but I have issues with it. So I make a little working drive over here, and this contains all of the items that I currently have for this particular template piece that I'm going to make, or this email, Thanksgiving Day email that I want to put out. So one of the things that I do, as you can see, is I come into Microsoft Word and I create everything that I want to have on that template piece. This way it gives me a chance to do a little format, a little looking. I can spell check it, I can, grammar check it, and everything else. So now this is done. This is good to go out, and should be correct with no errors, no mistakes. So with that, I've created this graphic yesterday actually, and this is one of the default EXP PNGs there here with the black realty underneath it. So in this local folder on my hard drive, I have all the items I need. So we're going to close this down for a second. Then we're going to come back over here to KVCore. And in KVCore, if you go to Marketing Autopilot, there is two ways you can do this. You can go right to scheduled mass emails and build it right there on the spot, and then schedule it to go out. I'm going to be using this over again, and I always think that if you're going to write something and you're going to use it more than once or twice, and you think you may want to do it again, I'm always lean toward more to go to your smart campaigns and build yourself a template up here, which is what we're going to do today, okay? And if everything goes well, this shouldn't take but just a minute or so, okay? Anyway, we're going to build a template. It's going to be an email template. We're going to go to our advanced editor, and we tell it, yes, we want to switch over. Now, while it's doing that, I'm going to write up here, Thanksgiving, right? That is just the name of the template. It's my template, so, and I'm going to write Happy Thanksgiving, right? Just like that, all right? So now the template is just like we were showing when we did the video, and Sylvia has a pretty extensive, Sylvia Dana has a pretty extensive video on a lot of these template pieces, and she's done a couple things on her dum-dums, KVCore dum-dums, or excuse me, CRM dum-dums as well, that she has some of the stuff. But let's just do this real quick. So the way I've got this set up, I'm going to grab this row here, and I'm going to drop this up there, and you'll see why. So this word, come on, play along. There we go. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put the logo here and the title here, all right? And then I'm going to go ahead and put the picture here, and you'll see as we go along. So now that that's the structure that I want, you can change this at any time as you're working, so it's not cut in stone, but you have all these different styles of formats you can use to make whatever you like. So then I'm going to go over here and do content. I'm going to assign this image content to this block right here, okay? And then I'm going to take this text content and I'm going to assign it to this block right here, all right? And then I'm going to take and go over here to, whoops, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Now I want to fill these two up, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my Word doc, and I'm going to grab my title off of here and just copy it. Simply copy it, come back, and I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to take this stuff out, so just paste over it. Okay, and it doesn't want to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and just delete out the old stuff. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to center this. I'm going to make it bold, and I want to make it 16. Okay, so I'll make it a little bit bigger. So there's my piece, right? wishing your family a great Thanksgiving. And then I'm going to come back over to my folder that I have my images into. I'm going to slide it out of the way here just a little bit. Let me just bring this down to size. I usually run 2 screens, and unfortunately with this software recording, I can't. So I can run a little faster with 2 screens than I can with just 1. But then I'll take my EXP logo, just click on it right from this folder. You'll see where it says copy, right? So it's not moving, it's just copying it. And I'm going to drop it right there. Okay, and I'm going to wait for it to load in. And then that's it. So then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to hit content again one more time, and I'm going to take the image, and I'm going to assign this image into this space right here. And again, we're just going to rinse and repeat. Now I come back over to my folder where I have the main card. Now I made this piece, if you can see it here, this is 800 wide by 450. But if you look at the structure of the settings of this card, I've got it set. I want to set it to, sorry, I didn't do that. I want to set it to 600. Okay, so now that's set to 600. It just gives it the width of the entire email is what it's allowing. 600, 650, something that usually is pretty decent size. I can go 800 if I wanted to. Let's go. We'll go to 650. How's that sound? That sounds good, right? But when I made this picture, I made it 800. You can see where it says here 800 by 450. That's just the size of the image. So I can go anywhere up to 800. I can go larger. But this is 800. This is 650. But this block will automatically resize it to whatever it's set to. So even though it's an 800 pixel picture, it'll make that 800 fit within the 600. So or 650. So we're waiting for that to populate. So there's our image. Okay. So then we're going to come down here. And the other thing that we want to do is I want to take text and I want to put it here. So now my text block is, again, now below it. So I've got my header. I can actually make this a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and make this an 18 since I made it wider. Okay. And then so now I've got the logo. I've got my header. And now I got my text, right? I come back over to my Word doc. And I simply just take this Word doc right from here down to where I have the auto signature. This is the scrubber for the signature of my signature. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come back to template piece. And I'm going to go ahead and just paste it right in the center. Now, you're going to notice that there's some changes. It doesn't carry how I wanted it exactly. If I can get this to behave itself, I will. And it doesn't want to. Sometimes I have problems with the amount of stuff that I have running. So let's go here. Anyway, so I am going to take this here, this center piece. This is what I intended to do, right? Center it. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to make it 14 pixels high. All right. And then I want to make this the title for the one recipe I have. Make that bold. I want to come and make that 16 maybe. Let's do this 16. Let's do this 16 as well then. Keep them similar, right? 16. And I want to turn this. Let's give it a little bit of color. Why not, right? And since we're EXP, I'm going to go blue. Kind of a weird blue. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my wife's corn pudding recipe. And I'm going to blow that up. You guys got to try this corn pudding recipe, by the way. It's really, really good. It's one of my favorite parts of whenever we have family gatherings. So I'm going to make that a blue as well. All right. So now I have basically done the entire thing all at a couple of minutes here. I don't know where we're at. We're 9 minutes because I had some little issues. But anyway, you can do this really, really quick. Now, if you don't know where to get this agent signature from, that comes from, well, it's not on here actually. Oh, merge tags, I'm sorry. They got names to an icon. So that would actually come from a merge tag, right? And you got to look down here for it says agent signature. It'll put it in that way, okay? So that's where that comes from. So now the entire thing is done. That's all there is to it. And I just add the template. Okay, now my template's complete. And it'll be in the system. Now I can come over, autopilot. I can hit schedule mass emails, and you're going to see this already in there because I've got mine created to go out for tomorrow. But I can schedule an email, right? And then I can find out which template I want, right? I can type in Thanksgiving, which is my template. I'm going to pull the whole thing in. So there it is right there, just the way we had it. Same thing. Now I can use this over and over again. And if I want to use this for a newsletter or change it to a Christmas one, I can just go back in, duplicate that template piece, change the picture, put in some different things for fun, and whatever you want to do. So now my selection options, where, okay, and what time. So let's say I want to go out for, let's do Thursday morning. And we want to do Thursday. Let's not wake everybody up, okay? Let's do a comfortable time, 9:30. All right? So send to. Now you can do your contacts, your hashtags, or contacts with status, right? So what I'm going to do here in this particular case is, excuse me, I'm sorry, I messed it up here. I want to go to all my close, let's do my close. And let's do my sphere, which includes my family and everybody else that I want to. You know what, I can do, let's do new leads, and why not just do, let's do everybody. Oh, 3 is the most, I'm sorry. So that's what I'm gonna do, I keep forgetting that. So now all of a sudden, I've created the template in a couple of minutes, and we're going 11 minutes long here. I'm gonna close this up, and we've gone now and scheduled the email. Everything else is the way it wants to be, it should be. Then we just said schedule. And as they say in the Ronco world, you set it and forget it, and off it goes. So that's it. So I hope you guys saw that and can understand it and see what's going on, but it doesn't take very long. And then once you build that initial template piece, you can come back and modify it and duplicate it for another date or a birthday card or whatever you want to do. It doesn't take very long to build those. And eventually, after you get a few of them together, you can actually go and build a drip campaign that'll allow those to send out automatically as they change around. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, give me a call. My number is 989-660-5544, or you can reach me on a workplace chat, or I'm also have an office in the Michigan broker room upstairs. You can come sit down in the office and we'll have a talk if you got any questions. So listen, all you have a great holiday season. I'm looking forward to 2020. God bless you, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.